Well, good morning. I accidentally deleted a little footage. So this is where we're going to start this. Borrowed the spare from the other fish truck. Put some air in these tires, rolled the car back. Did a little bit more unhooking underneath. Made a mess, but I'll clean it up, don't worry. It's easier to not monkey with that while you're doing this. And we're slowly getting her up and out. Forgot that ground strap in the back, so it is what it is. I normally like to use my distribution harness, but I didn't want to take the Fiat off, so it was going to make it more work than it was worth. So I just threw a chain on a couple locations. Yank her up, we're slowly getting her out. You can see there's the engine mounts. So she's coming up pretty nice and easy. Nothing crazy going on here. It's not my favorite doing it with a single chain or a seat belt or anything like that. Don't worry, that's just stuff hitting. So let's get her up, lift her over the core, drag her back, set her down on something, and hopefully we don't drop this on anybody. All right. Okay, I moved the chain down a little tighter because I just don't feel like pulling the hood, and I think I'm going to make it. So let's take a look. All right, I gotta clean that up. I've got to wedge the tranny for now. For now it's on a jack, but I will wedge it, clean this up, push the truck in. You can see it's not too bad up here. You know, you don't kick as much salt up here as you do back there. But still, a lot of rust. Yeah, sorry about the mess. And then I'd forgotten this stand was still set up for a big block Ford. So I had to find some bolts and make things work to hold this small block. But you can see it's maybe 6-7 years since it was rebuilt, and it was just a rebuild for a daily driver type car. I didn't go crazy, no paint or anything, didn't care. But this is a beautiful running motor. It doesn't burn any oil, it doesn't leak any, beyond what was leaking from a valve cover that didn't seal. In fact, you can see it right there. Yeah, it's a pretty nice little motor. It still has all the smog stuff on it because it's just a run it on the lake truck. And I don't remember if I did the multi-port or if I rebuilt the poppets. It's too long ago and I just flat out don't remember. I just know this injection works great. And then remember those two flare fittings that are a nightmare to get at? Well, here they are. That is where they are. And the firewall's right here. That's not very fun. But, I got it. It worked. And this, I think, was new when I did the motor build. So this one should still be in pretty good shape. They rot out here. Yeah, so it needs cleaned off. But it won't be too hard to put in, I think. And I will probably pull the exhaust manifolds. They always leak on these. And they tend to crack. They tend to bust studs or bolts. But more importantly, I busted a stud here. Got that one out. This one stayed in. But that did not want to come off, and that looks angry. So that's going to be some, what's the vice grip called? The lightning scissors. We'll just grab the plasma and take care of that. So, yeah. Should be able to push this back in pretty soon. Get my spare tire back. But I still do got to clean this up. And the astute amongst you have noticed a hose. So, it's time to rinse this all out after I wipe up what I can. Okay, she's pulled in, which is good. The wind is really kicking up. I've wiped up everything I can. And I've pulled in this hose to be coiled up. Because I need at least one good hose in here this winter. I've got to, because I've got that there. But it's always good to have access to water. And that hose will reach all the way around the shop. I need to drop the crane. And at some point I will sort all this out and store motors. But at least it's off, out of the way. Really, the biggest thing I've got going right now is I really want this truck out of here before it gets too much cooler out. So we're got some things to harvest, but I think that was the biggie. I haven't decided if I'm going to drop the trans and transfer case or not. I may. It may just make it easier to get this out of here, but at least for now, that's easy enough to deal with later. I'm going to put the front of the truck back up and get my tire. And I think we're going to call it quits right there. Everything is safe for the day. It's Sunday night. I'm tired. I did work in the yard a lot today, dealing with the deck and adding a patio and digging and digging and digging. So I'm a little tired. I got my wheel back. That's going to go back up to the silver truck and go back in the back. I think Harlan is still going to grab me one that can go to the junk with it. Oh, that's on the roof. Throw that in here. But yeah, there's probably not a lot left to harvest. I'm going to grab every little module I can and anything that could potentially be useful. Throw it in a bin. Throw it on a shelf. I may still even pull that. I haven't decided. I'm definitely pulling the mirror. Those are rather handy to have. They do fail. But yeah, it you know, and don't feel bad. I mean, you can see the mouse damage. This truck, I got my 10 years plus out of this truck. This was a great fish truck, and I'm very happy that I am able to take parts of it and extend the life of another vehicle with it. So this has been pretty fun. It's kind of nice to actually work in my shop on something of my own for a change. I don't get to do that very often. And yeah, so I will deal with this at some point. But for now, I think that is the end of this weekend's fish truck videos.